Hello and welcome to a new Let's Play. Let me just turn up the volume on my TV. It has been literally a little over a year since I made that post on my YouTube channel. Let's actually see. I don't think it will actually say the exact date that I posted it. That's the annoying thing with YouTube, it doesn't say the exact date on these things. But let's see what it says now. Does it give any more details on it? Let me see. Nah, I only get the option to delete it and that's it. It's like delete, share, comment, dislike, like. It's got one like. Well, it'd be kind of ironic if that was like recent as well. It's like, I have a feeling he's going to finally record because the choices were after my Let's Play of Undertale was completed early last year, I put up a poll. This was also, let me check actually, let's go back. Was it before or after? Yeah, this was after my cat got put down, so this would probably be in February or March last year. And the choices were Pokemon Violet, which would be a blind Let's Play because I've never played this game, and as you can see, that's obviously the choice we're going with. Or Swerve, because second choice is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. And another choice is Pokemon Arceus Legends, didn't get a single vote. Room 34 Special and Room 35, which is right here. Didn't put Pokemon Snap on the list. And out of these ones, 63% Pokemon Violet, 8% Mystery Dungeon, and 15% for both Room Factory games. So, it's been over a year later and it's still unanimous vote on Pokemon Violet. Which is sadly one of the last games, I guess. I can't remember what year it was. It might have been before that, I can't remember, because I have had games for Christmas that I don't play until like a year later and stuff like that, so I can't remember if that's the case here, but it's definitely been a year at least, but I can't remember if it was the last Christmas that my mother was still alive, because she passed last year in June. So I can't remember if it was the last Christmas. That would have been 2023. What year did this game come out again? 2020 come out. Game came out in 2022 by the looks of it. So it might have been the year before, or they might have well been the last Christmas. And once I opened this for the first time, right? It's like, receive a special Pikachu as an early purchase bonus. And guess what? It says, give feature in your game up until Tuesday, 20th of February, 2023. They don't hang about, do they? That's what I hate about Pokemon games. This limited time only exclusive Pokemon. It's like some kind of flying Pikachu. It's got balloons. Kind of random. I remember when I finally got back into Pokemon after years, because I got into it in Gen 3. I mean, I was aware of Pokemon from the beginning, Gen 1. I grew up around that. I'd see kids playing it, so, do the trading cards. But I never actually played a Pokemon game until, of all games, Pokemon Colosseum. That was my first Pokemon game, I'm pretty sure. And then I got a taste of, Pokemon Sapphire, Ruby, and all that, because it was around that gen. So Gen 3 was when I properly, was introduced to the games. Because I missed out on the first ones. I mean, I did have a Game Boy, and I did have a Game Boy Color, but I didn't have any of the Pokemon games. So I stuck around for Gen 3 and Gen 4, and then lost interest. So I skipped over Gen 5 and 6, came back for Gen 7, and then skipped over Gen 8. And I think this is Gen 9, so we're back in, man. I haven't heard great things about the game. I mean, I haven't heard much about this game other than it's a bit of a mess. So I don't know to what extent it's going to be. You tell me that was still updating? I thought it already finished updating before I even started recording here. Because you need those updates, you need those patches, man. Because I've heard this game is a bit messy. I don't know in what way. What was I saying before that? But yeah, when I played Pokemon Sun and Moon, because that's when I got back to it, I was like, I enjoyed the games. But sticking around for like months, keeping an eye on it, be like, okay, when are they going to, release a new Pokemon, like a legendary, where it's like time exclusive. I'm like, I hated that in childhood when I like try to complete the Pokédex. They're like, oh, you don't have the legendaries though, the Oxus or whatever his name is. You can't get him legit. No, sorry, man. I got Jirachi though, because I'm one of the few people that owns and played Pokemon Channel, and my god, is the TV show in that game very cringy. But it has a charm to it, that game. A weird game, but at the end you can, download Jirachi onto your Game Boy Advance. So that's a nice little thing. It's like, you played our game! Here is a legendary that you don't have to be like really exclusive with your time, and even back in the day, much worse. Like, do you happen to live in a country that actually puts on the events? If not, well, it's up for you. So I never actually got any of those. And even when I played Pokemon Sun and Moon and kept an eye on that, I didn't get any of them, because by the time any of those ones came out, I'd already lost interest. The point is, I hate that about Pokemon. But before we begin, let me just have a browse. I've been playing my PS5 lately, and X, the position of X is where B is on, Nintendo, so it's throwing me off. It's going to take a bit to get used to. But you see all these pictures here? Lovely pictures in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's got a kind of... I don't even know where to begin with this, honestly. It's like, we haven't even started Let's Play, and we're already going to get depressing as hell before we even start the game, but... I think these screenshots, these last ones here of Pokemon Legends Arceus, might have been... I'm not sure if I actually managed to get any done on that horrible day. But when my mother was in hospital for the second time, and she suffered a 3-hour-long seizure and passed away a couple of days later, I was actually playing that game, trying to get these images, so these might be from then. And the reason I was doing that was because there was a music track, original music I made, and I decided to call this original composition Lunar Night Sky or something like that. So it's like, okay, let's get some screenshots in a game with, the moon in the background, and so I did that. Way to go. Is it updated? Let's go for it. And then it immediately crashes. We're 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes in, and I've done nothing but ramble and get myself more depressed. I don't know if I'll ever actually get around to putting together a video of that song. And the trouble is, the music, I liked how it turned out. It was very atmospheric. It sounded a bit like Echo the Dolphin at first. You had that wow, 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 wow. It's very atmospheric, and it kind of builds up to a crescendo where, like, choir voice comes in, it starts to build up, drums come in, guitar comes in. I really was proud of that, and it was also during that, right after I finished putting together that music, that my mother slipped off her bed. That was clearly when she had the stroke that they didn't pick up on for the longest time. It's just horrible memories associated with it. I'm not sure if I ever get around to that, but I thought I'd just point that out since, this is the first time that I've actually recorded a Let's Play on the Switch. I have recorded videos on the Switch, but that's just like a one-off thing, so this is the first proper Let's Play on this console. Which honestly makes it much easier than my other Let's Play, Persona 3. Much more a pain to set up for the PS3 than it is Switch, because with the Switch you can just plug it in directly to the capture card and not worry about the HDMI splitter. Choose a look for yourself. I feel like they don't really... I feel like they should have more customization than this. Like, why is it the one with the palest skin has blonde hair? I'm pale, but I got brown hair. The eyes are right, though. I got blue eyes. Well, here's the catch here, right? Usually, I would, just go with a protagonist to just be, go with the male protagonist, name out myself. But, and originally I think there's a starter Pokemon in this game that is a cat of sorts, which is the case. I'm like, didn't they already do that in Gen 7? So they're doing it again in Gen 9? I don't know. But I was thinking of naming that Pokemon, it's like spoilers, that'll be the starter Pokemon I'll end up going with, naming after my cat that passed last year. But then everything that happened with my mother, she passed. So I'm going to be playing as the female protagonist, and I'm going to name her in tribute of sorts. I'm not naming her after my mother, I'm just going to give her the name that my mother said she would name if she had had another daughter. So you will be... at least I'm pretty sure this is what it was. And luckily there's just enough characters that we can get it done. So it's Emily May. I think that was what the name would have been. Oh, we can customize now, can we? Why can't you change your language or your name after... I mean the name, sure enough, but why not the language? How many years have you been in this business, Game Freak? You're really slow on the catch up to, all this stuff. It's wild. What does it mean by change look? Well, that was a slow load time. Wait, you don't even give a preview? They really are behind. But I can say this much, this is a lot more than I expected, honestly. Let's actually back up. No. How do I... Don't start the game. I got to change the hair. I mean, I might still go with just that hair, but I want to see what the other hairstyles are while we're here. Now you look like a tomboy. Now even more like a tomboy. What is that hair? Oh yeah, you can see from the sides. No, press the wrong button. I'm so used to that being where the X button is. Wait, did your eyes change? What's up with that? Or were your eyes lagging there? Was that what that was? How does that work? Let me guess. From what I can tell just looking at it, they just were like, have all the haircuts there, Wait. Ah, I see. I somehow pressed right. At least it isn't too detailed, because if it was more detailed, we'd be here a lot longer than I already am. I have seen the rival in this game, and I actually have a ponytail, so let's try not to copy her style too much. I'm just gonna go with the defaults they already had. Yeah, her eyes are lagging. They will open soon. There we go. I was just contemplating my existence. Green hair. God damn it, I did it again. I haven't played the Switch in ages, right? So that's my excuse. And I'm not... Well, it was a while ago. I have played it this year, but it's been a while. My freaking Switch wasn't even charged. I had to plug it in. These controllers aren't even fully charged. The red one is, the blue one isn't at full charge. How many of these do we have? It's like we go for all these and I'm probably just gonna choose dark brown. That's some Hatsune Miku hair there. Should we be very on the nose with this? You know, it is called Pokemon Violet after all. Should I? Now I'm not even sure about the hair itself. What were the other options? There's a lot more, you know, boyish hairs here, you know? God damn it, see what I mean? I keep accidentally clicking it like that. What was that one? That look. Oh man, we're gonna be stuck here a while. Let's go with that. 16 minutes in, we're still not past this place. Okay, now let's change the eyes. Wait, Hazel, right? Was it Hazel? You know, I've been doing an session and all that, as I've said a number of times if you watch my big Persona Let's Play, all my Robust Let's Play on my Who's Still Ranking the End channel. And there are some military records I've found of my father's grandfather and great-grandfather. And their eyes are listed as Hazel, which I find interesting because I have blue eyes and my follower has blue eyes. It's just like, where did the blue eyes come from? It's more bluish grey, really. It's very green eyes. I'm obviously gonna go for blue. It's just like, you know, I want to have a look at all of them before we choose. Wait, blue, grey? Those eyes are when you spot a shine in your eyes. You know, it reflects it. Souls. Completely tripping on hallucinogenics. Have I got... It's like I have to think about this. Do I have light blue or dark blue eyes? Not that it really matters much. I'll just go with regular blue. We got different eyelashes as well. That's a bit excessive. Yeah, screw it, dude. I keep pressing R, but no, you have to press, you know, just move to the right with the D-pad. Well, the dark brown. No. Pressing on buttons. Why would it be gold? Just keep it like that. Those are some weird brows. Those are some drawn-on eyebrows. That's This is if you want to play the game looking concerned the whole time. It's like, oh, this game doesn't play very well, I'm concerned. Now I'm even more concerned. Do they have a unibrow? These are clearly drawn on, man. These are some terrible looking eyebrows. Yeah, just stick with that. Yeah, keep that. These buttons just make me think of Hatsune Miku Project Diva games. Whenever, you know, I'd be using the edit modes and it's like, okay, scrolling through all the menus, it's like, how about we go with that expression? How about that? Yeah, let's get out of it. Well, color as well. I'm Golf. Should I go with any color? I'll give it a subtle bit, I guess. Nah. Any freckles? There we go, no freckles. And I guess now eye shape. Some of the expressions on these eyes. Now that right there has the Pokemon Sun and Moon protagonist look that does. The soul-staring stare. This just has the kind of, I'm better than you. Honestly, we're looking more like we should be the rival in those eyes. Yeah, we'll be here all day if we keep this up. Let's just get on with it. Do we get to choose our outfit as well? I mean, I imagine we'll probably buy outfits. Emily May, you speak English. $23 in, and we've accomplished nothing. And if this is anything like Pokemon Sun and Moon, it's going to take us 5 hours to actually get to any gameplay. Or who knows? Maybe the game runs really bad and it takes us that long to get to for other reasons. In the way into the future while valuing our individuality. That's why everyone has such, you know, crazy out there designs. Oh, I'm supposed to press A. I thought it was auto. It's time for you too to dive into the world of Pokemon. There's the rival character. It's like, how do you know that if this is the first time playing the game? Because, you know, I've seen bits and pieces of the game, but not very much detail, so I know that character is the rival. I know that much. Dr. Clavel, head of UVA, was a UVA Academy. Paldia is a sprawling region bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. I find it most peculiar how the world of Pokemon is just a collection of islands at the end of the day. I mean, what was the one in Gen 8? I didn't play Gen 8. It had like obviously we're going for more of a British look, wasn't it? Because the only Pokemon game I can think of that seemed like, you know, it actually had more than it was just an island was Colosseum. And now it's just mostly just a barren desert. Magnificent landscapes. It is also, of course, home to mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. You make it sound like, oh wow, no other place in the world has Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. Except in the All region of Pokemon Colosseum, in which there, you know, not much of them there. Let me guess, that's this game's version of Pikachu, isn't it? Every generation they have to make a kind of Pikachu-looking Pokemon. Pokemon can be found living all over, in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. And our sewers too. We humans coexist with Pokemon as we both help one another to live and thrive. And by live and thrive, we mean we use them to battle each other to solve all our problems. The Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious Pokemon. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. See, there's one you can find in the sewers. Boros is looking a bit different these days. As Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle, growing alongside them. Is it gonna be one of those region variants, or is it just being, you know, covered in oil or something? It's like, this is what pollution has done to Tauros. While our robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It is within these halls that you will find your friends, and of the facility that you can't welcome you, you've got to wait to welcome you for 12 months. Suddenly you went to automatic text and threw me off. Pokemon Violet. Also known as Pokemon Scarlet, but you know, it's probably like all other Pokemon games, a bit the same thing, slight differences in it. Now, Pokemon you can only find in one game, which is just really annoying that all these years later it's still doing that. It made sense back in the day, well, no it didn't. It was just an excuse to, you know, use the trading features. But why do they still have to insist on it? You know, I really do think, you know, when Nintendo announced the Switch, I wonder what Game Freak must have thought. It's like, okay, eventually we're going to discontinue the 3DS, and we're going to be moving all the games to the Switch. And they were like, you mean we have to try to make a game that's on the home console? But we're so used to the handheld console. It's like, yeah, the Switch is handheld console, but, you know, it's a bit more advanced. So, you know, you gotta up your Game Freak, and you're like, we're screwed. I don't want to get up. But honestly, first impression of this game graphic-wise, it kind of makes me think more Super Mario Sunshine, and that's a GameCube game. Then again, how powerful is the Switch? They've made the Switch 2 now, and I don't know how much more powerful that is. I know, it seems like a weird choice to be like, okay, it's been however many years since our last home console, here is the Switch 2. It's slightly bigger, and presumably runs better, and look, just buy it. I have no interest in getting the Switch 2 anytime soon, that's for sure. I remember when I asked my mother for the Switch for Christmas a couple of years back. And she was like, why do you want a Switch for? It's like, you know, I'm interested because, you know, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake. So that was my main reason for getting the Switch. I still don't even own that many games. Most of them are Pokemon. It's like I got it bundled with Pokemon Snap. Otherwise I wouldn't have owned that game because the price for it alone is ridiculous for what it is. And I got Mr. Dungeon, obviously, and I got Rune Factory 4, Rune Factory 5, and this game, and I think that's about it, really. I mean, one other game that I haven't actually played yet is Minecraft. I remember saying, just like, you know what? I've known about Minecraft since, way back when it was, still in its early stages. But I've never actually played it, so I'm curious to play it, so that's how I've got it on the Switch, but I still haven't got around to it. Let's get up. I have blue eyes. That are hats. Our iconic hat that is on the cover of the game. Well, it's not on the cover of the game, no, because that's the legendary. But it's on the back. I'm trying to think if it looks more grey than black, though. So is that really our hat? We're not gonna take it. Honestly, this doesn't really seem too much different to Sun and Moon graphically. Not too much. Has to be down in the lower part. Do I have a run button? Do I have an anything button right now? I guess I have that. Downloadable content! No thanks. Nope. Wrong buttons. I'm so used to playing on PlayStation. What button? A. Consider the adventurers will see Mesogoza, a city that's home to a well-known academy. Oops, better get it going. So they're still doing that, but instead of, the whole, wherever it was, got that instead. It moves so slow in this game. It's a Squabit plush made with care using nice soft material. Is that Krogunk down there? It's like, as I mentioned before, I played through Gen 3 and 4 and 7. So I'm unfamiliar with a fair chunk of Gen 5 and 6, and, Gen 8 onwards. So, if there's Pokemon that have been around a while, I'd be like, is that one a new one? It's because I have no idea. I'm built in shelf herself there, neatly decorated with your belongings. Painting is entitled Stretching Woman. It's enchanting. The mediocre. So do your mum's houseplants. Careful not to knock it over. Do we ever... Well, actually, I say, do we ever have a dad in these games? We technically did in Gen 3. God, but boxes sure are heavy for being so small. What could be inside? The weight of my soul. This artwork is entitled Patchwork Delight. It's got different colors of paper pasted together. Painting is entitled Before Juicing. It just emanates freshness. That just sounds wrong to me. I don't know, it just sounds something like... is that like some kind of drug slang terminology? You've been juicing, haven't you? This painting is entitled Street. Midday, it depicts a beautiful town in a different region. I mean, is it from a region in an old Pokemon game? Because I don't recognize it. Thrilling. Can I examine... that's the trouble with me. Some people, well, a lot of people really, just in out, get everything done, do that. Me, I take it slow. I try to examine everything possible. Those beds, there are drool stains on it. Come on down to every which way, every kind of sandwich, any way you want. Our subs are handmade by pros for picnics. Don't you dare give me PTSD of frickin' Pokemon Sun and Moon, that stupid food they kept promoting. So annoying, it made you never want to actually check it. Good morning, Emily May. I could just call you Emily or just May, but I call you by your full name. Oh, already in your uniform and everything. Well, if it is your first day after new school after all, I'm so excited for you. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. School contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait for a little while longer. Their words, not mine. Apparently, there's something very important for your first date that still hasn't arrived. Which has probably just arrived. Maybe that's the very thing we're waiting for. Emily May, get the door, would you? I don't know if you know this. I'm in the rebellious time of my years now. I ain't answering nothing. You can answer the door yourself. This new fridge is bought when you moved as a sandwich ingredients. How old are we in this game? We never really specified. It's in the introduction serve. You should get your mum's help if you can. I was examining the table. A lot of fresh, juicy looking fruits. Now I'm hungry for fruits. Which way is the door? It was that way, right? I'm just walking the opposite direction because you never know right here where we're facing. You know, there could be a door. Oh wait, there is a door. Do forgive the intrusion. You are Miss Emily May, yes. On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents. And also for my delay in introducing myself. I am the director of Hoover Academy. You may call me Mr. Claudel. The director, and you came in person to help my daughter with her first day? Well, I am responsible for the entire academy, including any features or failures, on its parts. I mean, the features are failures as well, but that's besides the point. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have already been delivered to you. In this handy shopping bag. Goodness, you really needn't have. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? No need to trouble yourself. Are we perhaps in Britain by any chance? Emily May, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Really, it feels like you should just call her Emily. I know I gave her the name Emily May and all this. You really should just shorten it to Emily for this. May is the middle name. Why don't you head back up to your room and finish getting ready for school? You'll need your bag and your hat as well. Our iconic hat, we can't go out without that on. Now, Mr. Quell, you simply must join me for a cup of tea. Or a cuppa, this way. She even said a cuppa, we are in Britain. Well, how can I refuse such a kind offer? I'm going to completely ruin this moment by saying she's actually Mrs. Cartman. And if you watch South Park, you get where that's going. It's like, yeah, sure it is, Mom. They really are. Are we? I mean, wasn't Gen 8 in Britain? Are we still in Britain for Gen 9? Off your pop, Emily May. Go to your room and get yourself ready for school. We speak very stereotypical here. You need your bag and your hat. Wait, that's unrealistic. Do we need the hat to protect us from the sun? I guess we're not in the UK after all. Is your room upstairs? No need to concern yourself with me. Go on. I'm just going. You don't hear any sounds and suggestive. Just ignore it. This room is just used for storage. You don't need to go in. It's your mom's room. Better not go in there without asking. We walk so slow. We don't even have a door to our room. This is a really weird house. Ready to put your hand and grab your bag? I mean, who does that? They put on a hat and a bag and just kind of go like, wow, look at this. You press X to open the main menu, select save up from this menu, save all progress you've made on your adventure so far, which amounts to walking downstairs. Which, to be fair, is a very grueling task. When you open your bag, you'll find some key items inside, including your adventure guide. Check it out whenever you want. Handy To do handy tips like these that you receive along your adventure. Wait, what was that? What was that line that appeared on the face? Strange things going on in this world. How much did this game cost again? Oh, just look at you, all ready for your big first day. Am I though? I don't even know the controls. I keep pressing wrong buttons. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh, gracious, how very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I have something else to do this every day. Most important. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? Now again, a Pokemon right off the bat. I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director out and see, shall we? You know, I'm always the type of person that will always talk to NPCs to exhaust dialogue, and they thought, nobody cares about that, so we're not going to give her any extra dialogue. It's kind of funny I do that in games, but in real life I don't talk to people when I am complete opposite. My dad, on the other hand, he'll talk to anyone. "41 minutes, and we have still not left the house. That is a long load time, man. I have concerns on the performance of this game. I've heard this game has some issues. I just don't know the full extent, so now I'm like, is this what people mean about the game? Or is this only just the beginning? Why do we have pumpkins outside? Right then, dear Pokemon, time to come out of your Pokemon. Yeah, we're gonna start it right off the bat. And I've already spoiled which one I'll be going with. Provide each student entering the academy a Pokemon of their own. I'd ask you to choose which among these three you'd like to have as your partner. Sprigatio, the grass cat's Pokemon. What an unfortunate name. Will this evolution also be a wrestler? Fuecoco, the Firecroc Pokemon. It's very on the nose, you know. So what are they like? Let's have Totodile, but fire type. And Quaxley, see, the duckling Pokemon. It's very on the nose with these names. Yes, you do look very pompous. They're all very good company. Why, they usually refuse to even leave my side. Take us all, please! We don't want to go back in the balls. He never lets us out. What's this? So it turns out they're more interested in you this every day. That's unfamiliar with me. That's because you never let them out of the balls. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. I'll be at the house just over there. Take your time with the decision, then come find me once your mind is made up. You know, if Pokemon decide... Well, you know what I find funny is the Pokemon manga I've never read, but, you know, what I have read about it gets pretty dark, you know? Can you imagine if they had Pokemon games like this and this guy turns out to be a real sinister character? Like, very cruel, sadistic. And, you know, my joke about him, like, never letting them out of their Pokeballs has some truth to it. But that's very doubtful. I mean, they do have, you know, characters that do horrible things, but it's never really quite so graphic, you know? It's like Pokemon Colosseum was one of the more mature ones. Like, they you know, closed the parts of Pokemon or something like that to make them more powerful and stuff. Or wherever it was. I can't even remember the context of it, and even that still doesn't seem like, you know, it could be a lot darker than that. It's like with Pokemon, it's like, if you want Pokemon but darker, you know, Digimon. Now, if you'll excuse me, until next we meet. What a manly fellow that director of yours is. These three are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. Well, you just left us with them, so couldn't we just take all three? Do you expect us to return 2 Pokeballs? Why not take this opportunity to walk about with these little ones and get to know them? Well, all 3 of them? Then that's gonna make me feel bad for the other 2. I'm sure they have lots to teach you. It's like going to an animal shelter and then interacting with all the animals and then you're like, damn it, now I want to take all of them home. What the hell just happened? Did they just get dark all of a sudden? Oh, but before you go, I got you a little something to celebrate your big day. Take it with you if you're going out on your own. It's invisible. You obtained a Rotom phone. Okay, so we still got the Rotom gimmick. Put the Rotom phone in your bag's key items pockets. The latest model of smartphone, a Pokemon called Rotom is within, and they used to run all sorts of handy apps. Yeah, we basically reprogrammed the Pokemon, a sentient being, to be a device. The long pause. It's like, you know, can you imagine some of the things people would, you know, use phones for, the stuff they would, you know, their browse, what they do and all that, and Rotom's got it right there, just like, just picturing someone watching porn on their phone or something like that, and you just got Rotom's eyes just judging you, it's like, you really into that stuff, huh? It's a brand new phone. According to the instructions, you can check the map at by pressing the button. It'll help keep you from getting lost. Take care of your new gadget, okay? Oh, off you go. Have fun. Meanwhile, she's having an affair with the professor. That's why she wants us out of the house. The house down the way. So I can't interact with them. They're just gonna follow me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up. Did that just pop into existence? Do I still not have a run button? I've got a button to look at map. Handy Rotom phone is popular item used throughout the Paldea region. Adding maps to it gives the trainer access to a variety of useful features, functions, except the ability to run. Using the map area, you can find useful information about the Paldea region. If you move the map card from Paldea around, I can move the lights. Look from side to side, you rotate your own view along the map. Handy for getting yourself oriented. Sounds like it's going to be more disoriented than anything. You use the left stick to move the magnifying glass around the map to find locations. Select the location by pressing the A button and you can set it as your next destination. Flying taxi service can take you to some places you've visited before. Places that you can fly to are indicated with a telemark. Try taking flights. Let me guess. Those Pokemon on top are the reason they can fly, right? You got a pretty sizable map. Now, they're always convenient. Have you noticed that with these Pokemon games? They all have distinct regions, well, I don't know. I guess it's because of limitations of, you know, video games, space, you know, the power to have it all come together. You know, here in Wales, you know, if you like, okay, Pokemon set in Wales, loads of hills everywhere. But you know, then you got like Snow Odon, yeah? So then it's like, okay, now you've got a mountain for all the ice Pokemon to be at. Why is there a Hoppip on the map? Whoa! What was that? The Great Crater of Paldea. Honestly, the spelling was making things like, yes, this crater was made by Palkia. We're actually closer to the Sinnoh region than anywhere else. No, I keep pressing on buttons. And that just brings it on up.